Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of human psychology with Decode Human Behavior Fast, 16 Essential Psychological Insights. We'll delve into powerful observations and insights that can help you read people like an open book. From eye contact to hand movements, we'll explore the subtle cues that reveal a lot about a person's emotions, thoughts, and intentions. If you've ever wanted to understand people better at just a glance, stay tuned. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more amazing content. In our first segment, we'll explore why observing people closely reveals so much. The human behavior is a complex tapestry woven with threads of emotion, thought, and instinct. To understand it, we don't just listen, we observe. It's about tuning into the silent symphony of nonverbal cues, the flicker of an eye, the tilt of a head, the curl of a lip. These are the unspoken words of the human psyche, a language in itself, waiting to be deciphered. Observation is our key to this secret language. It unlocks the door to empathy, understanding, and connection. It helps us see beyond the surface to the story that lies beneath. This is the power of observation. It's not just about seeing, it's about understanding. Reading someone isn't just about hearing their words, it's about seeing the story their body tells. Now, on to our first insight. Eye contact can be a window to the soul. It's a powerful tool that can reveal more about a person than they might realize. When you engage in a conversation where your gaze falls can speak volumes. It shows whether you're truly present in the conversation or if your mind is elsewhere. It can also indicate how comfortable you are with the person you're speaking to. A steady gaze can convey confidence and sincerity, making the other person feel heard and valued. On the other hand, constantly shifting eyes might suggest nervousness or a lack of focus. But it's not just about maintaining eye contact. It's about striking the right balance. Too little, and it might mean discomfort or dishonesty. Too much, and it could signal aggression. So next time you're in a conversation, remember to be mindful of your gaze. It's not just about looking, it's about seeing. Let's learn to balance it right. Eyebrows speak volumes. They're not just there to accentuate your eyes or keep sweat out of them. They're a fundamental part of our nonverbal communication system. Let's take a closer look. When someone is genuinely surprised or intrigued, their eyebrows may lift upwards. This is a universal expression that transcends cultures. It's an open invitation saying, "Tell me more." On the other hand, when eyebrows furrow or knit together, it's often a sign of confusion, frustration, or deep concentration. It's as if the brain is saying, "This doesn't quite add up." But let's not forget the power of one eyebrow lift, often seen in skepticism or disbelief. It's the body's way of throwing a question mark into the conversation. So next time you're in a conversation, don't just listen with your ears. Watch those eyebrows. They might just tell you more than words ever could. Raised eyebrows can show surprise or interest, while furrowed brows might indicate confusion or concern. The smile, is it genuine or forced? A smile is more than just an upward curve of the lips. It's a universal sign of joy, comfort, and friendliness. But not all smiles are the same. Some are spontaneous and heartfelt, while others are contrived and insincere. A genuine smile, often called a Duchenne smile, named after the French neurologist who first studied them, engages not only the muscles around the mouth, but also those around the eyes. Look for that characteristic crinkle around the eyes. On the other hand, a fake smile, sometimes referred to as a social smile, involves only the mouth. It's usually more symmetrical and doesn't reach the eyes. So, whether you're decoding someone's feelings or gauging the authenticity of their joy, remember to look beyond the lips. A true smile crinkles the eyes and changes the entire face. Let's decipher smiles together. Words matter, but so does how they're said. Just think about it. When you're speaking with someone, you're not only taking in the words they're using, but also their tone of voice, the pace at which they're speaking, and the specific phrasing or idioms they're choosing to use. Consider tone, for instance. A sarcastic remark delivered in a cheerful tone can be easily misinterpreted if you're not paying close attention. Or think about pace. When someone's speaking very quickly, it could indicate excitement or nervousness, while a slower pace might suggest careful thought or even boredom. And then there's word choice. The words we choose to use can reveal so much about our personality, our background, and even our current state of mind. Someone who uses complex, technical jargon might be trying to impress, while someone who sticks with simple, straightforward language could be striving for clarity and understanding. So the next time you're in a conversation, don't just listen to the words. Pay attention to tone, pace, and choice of words. Posture tells a story. It's a silent narrative that reveals a person's comfort level, interest, and even their confidence. Imagine walking into a room and seeing someone slouched over, arms folded tightly across their chest. Immediately, you sense a wall of disinterest, perhaps even discomfort, emanating from them. Now picture someone else, sitting upright, shoulders back, and leaning forward slightly. This person appears engaged, interested, and open to conversation. Posture isn't just about the spine, though. It encompasses the entire body, from the tilt of the head to the position of the feet. It's a physical response to our thoughts and feelings, a subtle dance between the mind and body. So the next time you're in a social setting, take a moment to observe the postures around you. You might be surprised at what you can learn. Remember, leaning in shows interest, while slouching might indicate disengagement. The position of the chin and jaw can speak to confidence or uncertainty. It's a subtle yet powerful aspect of nonverbal communication, often overlooked but essential in decoding human behavior. When a person holds their chin high, it's typically a sign of confidence, self-assuredness, or even defensiveness. Conversely, a tucked chin might indicate shyness, insecurity, or fear. The jaw also plays a part in this dance of silent communication. A clenched jaw might signal stress or anger, while a relaxed jaw could suggest calmness or comfort. These nuances of the chin and jaw position can provide us with valuable insights into a person's emotional state and confidence level. So the next time you're trying to read someone, pay attention to these subtle cues. They might just reveal more than words ever could. Let's learn to read these subtle clues. Hands reveal much. They're a language all on their own, always moving, always expressing. They can be like an open book if you know how to read them. Consider the way someone might use their hands when they're talking. Are they making broad, sweeping gestures, or are their movements small and contained? The former might indicate someone who's open and expressive, while the latter could suggest a more reserved or cautious individual. Now think about what a person's hands might be doing when they're not speaking. Are they relaxed and still, or are they fidgeting, picking at their clothes or tapping a rhythm on the table? These movements can provide clues to how the person is feeling. For instance, fidgeting can often indicate nervousness or impatience. And then there are the more specific hand movements: a thumbs up, a clenched fist, a high five. Each of these carries its own meaning and can add another layer to our understanding of a person's emotions. Rubbing hands can show eagerness, while clenched fists might indicate tension. The handshake, a classic. It's one of the first physical contacts we make when we meet someone new. It's a gesture that has been used for centuries as a way of conveying trust, respect, and equality. But did you know that the way you shake hands can tell a lot about you? Psychologists have found that a handshake can reveal aspects of our personality and emotions. A firm handshake often indicates a confident and outgoing personality, while a weak handshake might suggest a lack of assertiveness or low self-esteem. Moreover, a handshake isn't just about the grip, it's also about the duration and the accompanying eye contact. A prolonged handshake or a gaze that lingers a bit too long might indicate a desire to assert dominance or control. So the next time you shake someone's hand, remember, it's more than just a polite gesture. Firm and confident or weak and hesitant, it sets the tone for the interaction. Paralanguage includes those vocal aspects that aren't words, like pitch, loudness, and rhythm. It's the way we say what we say, and it can completely change the meaning of our words. Imagine saying, "I'm fine," in a high-pitched, fast pace versus a slow, deeper tone. The words are the same, but the messages are entirely different, right? Paralanguage is a powerful tool in our communication toolkit. It can signal our emotional state, reinforce or contradict our words, and even influence the perceptions of those listening to us. Think about a time when you felt someone's excitement, not just through their words, but also their lively, animated tone. Or perhaps you've sensed someone's tension, not because they said they were stressed, but because their voice was strained and their speech rushed. Paralanguage is like a hidden language within our spoken language, often revealing more than our words do. It's an orchestra of meaning. Frequent nodding can show agreement or eagerness to please. It's one of the most universal nonverbal cues, transcending cultural and linguistic boundaries. Nodding indicates that we're engaged and following along with the conversation, but it's not always as straightforward as it seems. Sometimes nodding may serve as a polite gesture, even when the listener doesn't fully understand or agree with the speaker. It's a subtle way of maintaining social harmony without necessarily endorsing the content of the conversation. On the other hand, excessive nodding might reveal an underlying anxiety or an attempt to appease the speaker. Moreover, the speed of the nod also carries meaning. A slow nod can imply that the listener is thoughtfully processing the information, while a quick nod may suggest impatience or eagerness to interject. So next time when you observe someone nodding, ask yourself, is it a sign of genuine agreement? Or is it just a social lubricant, smoothing over the potentially awkward mechanics of human communication? But is it genuine? Let's find out. Copying body language or mirroring often means the person feels a connection. Mirroring is a fascinating psychological phenomenon that we often do unconsciously. When we're engaged in a conversation or a meeting, we naturally start to mimic the gestures, facial expressions, and even the speech patterns of the person we're interacting with. This is a form of nonverbal communication that signals empathy and rapport. When someone mirrors your actions, it's a strong indicator that they're invested in the interaction and are trying to understand your perspective. It's a way of saying, I see you, I'm with you. This can occur in any setting, from a casual chat with friends to a formal business meeting. However, it's important to be aware of context, as forced or exaggerated mirroring might come off as insincere or manipulative. So next time you're in a conversation, pay attention. Are the gestures and expressions being mirrored back to you? Are you in sync? Overall appearance can reflect personality and mood. It's like a canvas painted with the colors of one's self. From the way we choose to style our hair, to the clothes we wear, to the accessories we adorn ourselves with, each element speaks volumes about who we are and how we're feeling. However, it's crucial to remember that this is just one aspect of the person. It's one piece of the puzzle that makes up their identity, their feelings, and their experiences. This is why it's important not to jump to conclusions or make assumptions based solely on appearance. Instead, consider it as a starting point, a way to begin understanding the complex and captivating human beings we interact with every day. As we delve into this, we also remind ourselves of the importance of respect and empathy. After all, everyone has their own unique story to tell. Let's not judge, but let's observe. Shoes can tell a lot about a person. This might sound a little surprising, but the type and condition of a person's shoes can provide fascinating insights into their personality and lifestyle. For instance, well-maintained shoes may reflect a detail-oriented character, someone who takes time to care for their belongings. On the other hand, worn-out shoes could indicate a more practical person, perhaps someone who prioritizes comfort and functionality over appearances. Trendy shoes might hint at a fashion-conscious individual, someone who enjoys keeping up with the latest styles and trends. Whereas, a person wearing comfortable shoes could be someone who values comfort and practicality above all else. So next time you meet someone, take a moment to glance at their shoes. Are they polished, worn out, trendy, or comfortable? It's another piece of the puzzle. So we've covered a lot today, but remember, these are just insights, not definitive answers. From the power of eye contact, the language of eyebrows, to the subtleties of hand movements and the significance of shoes, we've delved into the fascinating world of human behavior. But it's vital to remember that these are general guidelines, not absolute truths. Each individual is unique and wonderfully complex. Understanding human behavior is a fascinating journey, and we're glad to have you with us. Stay curious, stay observant, and keep decoding.